In the darkest of mines, diamonds can be found. And so as the war in Ukraine continues, we are going to be looking for the people who are shining in the darkest places of our world right now. And that's why we're so thankful that Ethan from Convoy of Hope is joining us today. Thanks for being here.
You bet. Thank you.
Wow, so much happening in our world, Ethan. And of course, Convoy of Hope is there. I was reading about how one of your people was handing out chocolate candies to the kids. Give us a picture of what you're seeing and hearing.
Well, the people streaming across the border still are in huge numbers, and it's mostly women, mostly children, and some elderly, and they've all got one suitcase apiece. That's all they can carry. That's all of the belongings that they're leaving their home with, not knowing for how long they'll be gone, not knowing what their home will look like when they get home, not knowing what will happen to the male relatives that they've left behind to fight. So you can imagine the state of mind they're in. There's a feeling of really hopelessness as they're leaving because there's so many question marks, and it's such a disturbing scene. So our people on the ground are doing what they can to provide that hope. They're providing meals, hot meals, 9,000 hot meals just yesterday at the border in Poland as people were streaming across. It's a heartbreaking scene most of the time there.
What do you say to somebody if you have a few minutes with them? What do you say?
Well, number one, there's a language barrier. So you have to kind of speak with your face. You have to kind of speak with the things that you're handing out and maybe put an arm around them if it's okay. And just let them know, human to human, that you care. You know how we can tell that? You can tell when another person genuinely cares, whether you can speak the language or not. I speak a good language, and that language is hope.
Yes.
And so that's what we're trying to give people. It's just hope. And we do it through food and water and hygiene kits and all of that sort of thing, medical supplies if they need them. But what we're truly giving is hope. They know that somebody cares, no matter which country that help is coming from. The people in Poland have been incredible. Our team is telling us about just how they've opened their homes. There's a picture of a bunch of strollers that Polish women have left at train stations so the Ukrainian women who left with their children can use them. It's really been amazing at the border.
Wow. Okay, I have to ask you about the stuffed animals because as a mom, hearing that you guys pass out meals, diapers, all that stuff, and stuffed animals really touches my heart. Why do you all do that?
Well, because that's what kids can connect to. I think we can all think back to our childhood and the things that brought us comfort, whether that was a stuffed animal or a blanket, something that maybe a lot of people still have that sort of thing. They've kept it over the years. It's that comforting. So kids just need something. They're walking around in a dazed state, really. They don't understand what's going on. All they know is that they have to follow their mom, and they're in an odd place, and it's cold outside, and they don't have shelter. So a stuffed animal can just do what we can to speak a child's language and let them know that they're loved.
Wow, it's just amazing how many love languages there are. I'm so glad you guys are doing that.
What do you think the response of an average person in the U.S., without any special connections or anything like that, should be?
Well, I think everybody sees it, and the images are on TV, they're on your phone, they're with you all the time, and it's been a lot of good media coverage, so people are aware of this. I think they're touched by it. I think Americans are touched by the scenes, and what goes through my head is that try to put myself in their place, even though it's not possible. You think about it, and you try to think, man, what if that happened here? What would I do? How would I want somebody to treat my wife and my children as they're leaving the house and the country while I'm staying back to fight and defend my homeland? You want to do something, and there aren't many things that Americans can do. There are some great organizations that are doing things. Convoy of Hope is one of them. We're on the ground, and through our partnerships, Convoy's been working there in Ukraine and across the European Union since 2014. So we've got connections, we've got inroads that we've made with partners there. So we're able to get that supply where it's needed and try to give people the help that they need.
Yes, you do. Thank you for being a conduit for us to share God's love in this broken world, Ethan.
Well, it's badly needed. We see just how broken the world is almost on a daily basis now with something new happening around the world. So we appreciate you supporting us as we do what we can to share God's love and to do that in a tangible way. The Bible says a gift opens the door to the giver. So when we do that, we're able to in some instances, create relationship, but just on a human level, connect with people who desperately need hope.
It's all about hope. You can find out more about Convoy of Hope at spirit1053.com. Goodness, we appreciate you, Ethan.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks.